Greetings everyone, and Grade here for another Age of Empires 4 replay. Spawn top right side as the yellow English, we have Beasty. Spawn bottom left side as the red Chinese, we have BirdCatcher Rick. In which, I'm glad I caught the fact that my microphone wasn't turned on until recently. Do now have the scout moving around. Town center here, collecting up some gold looks like. Village now going on up. Gold now being collected up, not big surprise. Just the yellow eco phase. He does send a couple villagers around the gold, not relying on the taxes. All the sheep have now been bopped. He does have a handful of sheep here he can lead back home. Yellow has a good number of sheep as well, and he's going to find some good number of sheep. Yellow's doing quite well on sheep. Red seems like he has found 5 there. Yellow appears to have found 11. Ooh, that's quite good. Oh, we got the Abbey of Kings now being put on the field. Was Abbey of Kings buffed in the recent patch? I didn't think I seen anything. We also Crown of King, powerful cavalry leader. Yeah, I don't think the Abbey of Kings have been buffed. Imperial Academy now being deployed on out. Got some palisade walls there just to restrict some movement. Red does see the Abbey of Kings being deployed on the field. The Abbey of Kings will of course grant him access to the king. The king, it costs 200 resources, 100 100. He does have like 230 health, 2 armor, and like Keshik level damage, I think. It's been a while since last seen the king, so I honestly can't remember all the exact stats. 120 health, 2 armor, 16 damage, 24 charge. But the attack speed is much slower than the Keshik. While it does, I think, have the same damage, much slower attack speed. By the way, the king started pushing way forward. Scout does scout around. King's making his advance. Got multiple Imperial officials on the field. Of course, got the Imperial Academy. In the recent patch, the Imperial Academy does allow Imperial officials for cheaper. Paddock and the Sun still wouldn't be half bad for the additional deployment of an outpost for securing out the land, as well as getting access to Song Dynasty for the faster villager production. We do have 2 deer deposits over here next to quite a bit of stone. There's quite a bit of stone up north for red. His gold spawned all south from him, as well as boar. So he could make his uses of all that food up there. Deer did spawn way down here with some various berry bushes here up here, and the gold a little bit more scattered for yellow. Overall, it seems like the map generation is a bit more favored towards red, but that means very little, honestly. Local doggo will be put down, you monster. Kingsart pushes his way forward, got a number of... got quite a bit of Imperial officials there. He's really going to be pumping out these spearmen. He does get a bit of taxes that can be collected. I suppose that's one way to get gold. You simply deploy out spearmen. How much taxes do you get for deploying out spearmen? Went 64 to 72. That means it went up by 8. So you get 10% rebate on your spearmen. I wonder if that's how the taxes work for... I never really looked close to the taxes and military structures for the Chinese. Most people don't really use supervise all too much, but... does cost some gold there. And that, of course, means a 10% rebate on everything you deploy out is actually pretty good. Assuming it does scale on per cost, not based on unit. Got a good number of spearmen there. Since he knows about the Abbey of Kings, he's going for a good number of spearmen. The king tends to be accompanied by other horsemen using the health regen capabilities of him. Exotic Doggo demands head pats, but he's not providing. And that scout does get saved. Good number of spearmen there. They're just surrounding that stone deposit. He's eyeing for a secondary town center. There's quite a bit of deer here. That's a little bit dangerous. Spearmen, however, will water these forces, no problem. Red does keep a scout alive. Yellow does not, which actually is important. Luckily, oh, and takes out the sheep, you monster. Use village to gather food from this poor, helpless sheep. I love all the sheep dialogue in this game. Either way, we've got the Vatican and the sun being plowed on field, which will give him some extra storage space for his villagers. He'll be able to store up to 15 villagers in this region. And now berry bushes will be harassed. Red Scout's still alive here. Barely. He needs a medic. More horsemen now being deployed on out, but looks like that one's on a patrol move. Survival techniques have been deployed on the field. Also, I turned on a setting that it'll show you the waypoint flag of your units, but I thought it would be a great idea to do that for casting so I can see where they're going. Howdy. I am not interested in any sort of artwork. Mine has received some damage there. Spearmen pursuing these forces. Multiple round of walls now being blown in the field. We do have a good number of spearmen. Vatican and Sun has made itself known. And I've always got the number percentage wrong of village production. According to Wikipedia, it does provide plus 33% villager production speed, not 25%. So right now he does have 2 2/3 town centers moment. Villagers gonna get hit here. Does further damage there and does save all the villagers. Spearmen now pursuing these forces. Clean that up. Wolf now running with the spearmen. Over here we do have, looks like English man-at-arms being put on the field. Early man-at-arms will be very effective for these spearmen. It's a good transition. You gotta go with that, or for longbowmen. Psych villager does go down. Horseman still being pursued. We got multiple spearmen now engaged in the man-at-arms. Remind me to get rid of that spam bot after this game. Spearmen now push away forward. Good number of villagers here. One of them severely wounded. They will get impaled a little bit. Does hit the wounded villager there. Makes more wounded villagers. Made another dead villager. Does kill off a deer there. And now the spearman's trying to pursue these forces, but there is walls here, so won't really be able to skip out of there. He will see some product from the sunfire. He's going to be back into a corner. He's trying to juke around. Got more man-at-arms from the on field. Hand cannoneer slits will be relatively effective versus the man-at-arms. He could eye for some outposts. He does have one astronomical clock tower being on the field. He may need to rapidly get out some palace guards in order to help deal with the man-at-arms. Spearmen still trying to pursue these forces. Got another outpost here. Spearmen, of course, get easily overran by these English men-at-arms. English players going straight for his attacks, going from melee damage as well as from melee armor, so his men-at-arms should be pretty effective versus those spearmen. All scars will be good intermediary item. They'll just take some hits there, and Pure Fish will just need to keep his distance. Spearmen trying to pursue these horses. Scars not being blown in the field. They have 12 damage, 3/3 armor, 125 health. Those man-at-arms do also have 3/3 armor, 11 damage, and 120 health. And Palace Guards are superior in this situation because of age 3 versus age 2 unit. But the English players probably get additional melee armor. Palace Guards getting some hits there. One villager does go down. Outpost not currently being built, collecting quite a wood there. Right now, the villager count is very, very similar. The English player has one secondary mana counselor here as well. The Chinese player only has the additional village production reduction at the moment. Okay, a big line of palisade walls now going on up. Scout here. And now got the King's Palace being put on the field, which would be a third town center for the English. The Chinese player only has a slight less villager lead. He also did a good job of calling his opponent's villagers. Got palace guards pushing forward, hacking parts of some local doggos. Villagers had completed the walls there. Got a number of spearmen here as well. So he does have defense. The king does take some damage. Does charge on one of the villagers. He still does not have textiles. The king is dead. And long live the king. Palace guards getting overran by the massed man-at-arms. His opponent will soon have very good man-at-arms at this moment in time. They of course will be able to get up to Castle Age variant as well as being armored clad. Chinese player may not want to go for mass palace guard against mass man-at-arms unless he's going to utilize the mobility to hit something else. After all, those palace guard to move seems to use Musafati warriors and faster than spearmen and crossbows. Well, man-at-arms do still move at man-at-arm speed. Excuse me. These early man-at-arms do now have 5/5 armor. They should be able to get up to 8/8 no problem. Once to upload some crossbows, very good. He's fighting against English. The chance of him fighting against man-at-arms is very likely. Over here we do have the man-at-arms pushing forward, report the monks, as well as looks like a spearman. That villager will go down as well. Red needs to reorganize his lines. He needs more crossbows. Not sure where his current ones are at. There's his current ones. He could try pushing them forward to start a step around. The king himself is also a heavy unit, so should be able to get perceived bonus in for the crossbows. Right now, he does actually have plenty of resources to pull out more crossbows. He should eye that. The king is dead. Long live the king. Not queued up that one, the next king yet. Villagers taking some hits there. Men-at-arms here. Another villager going down. Red is losing a good number of villagers. Crossbows gains good damage. But right now, yellow is ahead in economy, at least in villager production. As well has more economic text at the moment as well. Red has claimed 1 relic, has built 2 monsters there. He was expecting to claim more than just 3 relics, but he was not successful at that. Crossbows getting hit. They may want to just run the village to get on the other side of the village. Multiple crossbows or men-at-arms to go down there. Monk, we're seeing some bites there from local doggo. And the scout will stop to decapture the sacred site, as well as slowly shank that monk to death. Man-at-arms push forward, see some good volleys there. Does get a good spear brace there onto the king. The king's starting to fall back there, and the rest of these spearmen will just get ripped apart by the man-at-arms. The We do have 7/7 armor at the moment. More melee damage on the way. Hasn't gone for range damage just yet. He could eye for an age, age 4 to go for the Vanguard Palace in order to get out some Vanguard Rangers, the Elite Longbowman variant. In theory, I don't think you need the Longbowman research upgrades for veteran, like the veteran elite upgrade for those things to be fully statted. So that could be a good way to provide a good 4 units to support his man-arms, getting extra long-range longbowmen.
Nein Hestes? Yea, ich kam Ganda. Ich rede vor.
Take a site now being captured on up. These forces are moving around. Walls continue being built. Got the veteran spearman research for the Chinese. That's not going to be useful. He just sees mass man-arms from his opponent. He does not need spearmen. Crossbows were good. Maybe the spearman would just be a good front line to hold back the man-arms, allows crossbows to work. That would make more sense, actually. Oh, 6 sites have been captured up by Yellow. So Yellow putting the pressure on his opponent. Going to Berkshire Castle right here. This will help him keep the 6 sites secure and go for this large gold deposit. It's gold. Let's see. You have Imperial Official here to support out this gold mine. Does have a large number of granaries here. Large as in 2. He has a mill here as well, so he's going for good collection rates. You can see these villagers are glowing, even though you don't see the aura effect there. Monk is dead. The king is dead. Long live the king. Crossbows are getting some decent damage there. Spearmen, of course, have the force to withdraw. They are not a frontline unit. Or at least not against the man-at-arms. Berkshire Castle's not complete. That would... good chance they would just kill off all those crossbows before he can run away. And now the man-at-arms charging over forward, Red's throwing away all of his crossbows. Spearmen and Palace Guards hacking apart the man-at-arms. Over here, we do not have the man-at-arms push way forward. Quickly torching down that outpost, that's for sure. He is Imperial Age. 20 torch damage can make short work on these infrastructure. Got a handful of crossbows here. Red does not have any sort of army on the field. It's actually quite a bit of gold stored up, so a little bit of mismanagement economy, and needs to continue producing crossbows. He is trying to go for more archer ranges now. Lancers wouldn't be half bad either. They will be a much better frontline unit than the Spear. Of course, they'd be 3 times more expensive, but I'm pretty sure they provide a bit more than 3 times the value. In this situation, at least. Now we got the Elite Man-at-Arms research and the Elite Army Tactics now on the way for the English player. Man-at-Arms now hitting the farms. You will take out these yellow man-at-arms there, but you will take some damage. Double spearmen over here. Now we got the enclosures tech as well that will really help out the English economy. Every single farm of his will provide like 12 gold per minute, which will, let's see, 56, 12 times 50, 600, if you provide him 600 gold per minute. Either way, this is Android saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.